The SEC goes after Kraken for their staking. Then they go after that of Paxos for BUSD. Now we're getting new information. The SEC suing Kwon and Terraform Labs for fraud. We have an article here from Cointelegraph. I'll have a link down in the description, and I'll share my thoughts and my opinions on this at the end of the video. And with that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into the news. We allege that Terraform and Kwon failed to provide the public with full, fair, and truthful disclosure as required for a host of crypto asset securities, said SEC Chair Gary Gensler. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission, also known as SEC, has filed a lawsuit against Terraform Labs and its founder Kwon for, quote, orchestrating a multi-billion-dollar crypto asset securities fraud. In a February 16th statement, the SEC said Kwon and Terraform offered and sold an, quote, interconnected suite of crypto asset securities, many in unregistered transactions, pointing to its algorithmic stablecoin Terra Classic USD, USDC, and its connected cryptocurrency Terra Luna Classic, LUNC. In a statement, SEC Chair Gary Gensler said, we allege that Terraform and Kwon failed to provide the public with full, fair, and truthful disclosure as required for a host of crypto asset securities, most notably for Luna and Terra USD. We also allege that they committed fraud by repeating false and misleading statements to build trust before causing devastating losses for investors. The SEC filed a complaint in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York with charges relating to violations of the registration and anti-fraud provisions of the Securities Act and the Exchange Act. I commend the SEC's hardworking staff who remained vigilant in such an important investigation, even when the defendants attempted to prevent us from obtaining important information about their business, said Gensler. This case demonstrates the lengths to which some crypto firms will go to avoid complying with the securities laws, but it also demonstrates the strength and commitment of the SEC's dedicated public servants, he added. This is quite interesting because if you actually look at the history behind this, you have South Korea, which has been trying to get their hands on Kwon. Kwon fled the country. He says, I'm not on the run, even though he won't return to South Korea and go talk with their prosecutors over there. And he says, I'm willing to comply with the law. Basically saying, oh yeah, they can call me. I can talk things over, but he's not willing to actually step forward, right? So how is that going to be handled? If he gets found to be accountable based off of what's taking place in the United States District Court for the Southern District of New York, does that mean that he may end up serving jail time over here in the United States? I would be more inclined to believe probably not. He would probably have those charges be relayed over towards South Korea. They would take that feedback into consideration and then make their own call on what kind of charges that they would push, how much time that would be served, etc. But I have a very strong suspicion that there's going to be some line of communication taking place between these two sides, between those who are trying to do the investigations over in South Korea as well as those that are trying to do it over here in the United States. How much that involvement is going to be between the two of them, I don't know. There might be certain legal restrictions just so that it doesn't come across as mishandling the process, the due process of this whole thing, and then it goes out on a mistrial because of something like that. But it doesn't look good for Kwon in general. It doesn't look good for the company. But, I mean, obviously, between the two, you got more of a concern personally if you are the individual, because many people, they go form these companies and then the companies take the fall. In this case, it's clearly stating here that the SEC is going after Kwon. And so the Southern District of New York is well known in the legal sphere, and they are going after a lot of different things. We also have Sam Bankman-Fried from FTX, him going to the Southern District of New York and having their court issues taken care of there, which, by the way, some crazy stuff going on. I'll talk about it in another video. You guys want to see what's going on with that. And yeah, so the Southern District of New York, they don't mess around. They do not mess around. They are well known. And as far as courts go in the United States, I think they're number one. I don't actually know of another leading court system that has that degree of severity and credibility behind itself as the Southern District of New York. And that's what we got, guys. Let us know what you think about this down in the comments below. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. A double shout out thank you to WeLoveSafeMoon.com, Victor Vegas, SafeMoon Oz for being higher level patrons, and thank you to my YouTube members for your support as well. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button. And I got a video link down in the description below. You guys can go check out Spritz Finance if you want to be able to pay for your real world bills using your cryptocurrency, such as BNB. I've actually done it before, and I do it in that video. You guys can see how to do it. Plus, you can get a little referral bonus if you decide to use that. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless. We'll see you in the next episode.